City Life, we invite you to stand as we enter back into worship. And some of you might remember we learned this song last week, and the chorus says, "You're my refuge and strength, a present help in times of trouble. With you I am safe. My whole world is in your hands." And so if you've come in tonight and you feel like you might not have the confidence that your world is in his hands, he's here to bring you that confidence, to remind you that your world is in his hands. No matter where you go, no matter what happens to you, just as the Psalms and this song say, storms will come. But no matter what happens, he's got you in the palm of his hands. So come on, let's sing this song together and remind ourselves who our Father is. Hey.
On Christ alone.
and strength, a present help in times of trouble. With you I am safe. My whole world is in your hands.
We're just going to push pause on some of that because of a phone call we got this morning letting us know that Amy's father passed away. And so we knew we wanted to set aside some time in this service to minister to them, to pray for them as a community. We're a family here at this church. And but as I was praying for them earlier today, I really felt like God showed me some things and gave me a picture of your dad. And so I want to share that because I feel like it's going to be for other people that are here who have walked in a similar place, and or maybe you're going to be walking in it soon coming. And then after I share, we're going to have them come down. I'm going to lay the microphone down. We're going to pray over them. I'm going to invite some of you who want to come pray. And we're going to go back into worship while we're praying for them. And then when we're done praying for them, some of us are just going to break off and come along the front, and you might have something you want prayer for today, and we're going to make time for it. You with me? We're going to make time. The business of the church can wait. It's not going anywhere. And in the end of the Gospel of Luke, there's this incredible story of the Emmaus Road, right, where these two people are walking. They're in shock. Jesus is dead, and he's not supposed to be, according to them. And all of a sudden, a man comes and begins to walk alongside them. They don't recognize it to be Jesus in his post-resurrection state, and there's some indication he's not allowing himself to be seen, right? And so he walks with them. If you're unfamiliar with this story, you should read it. It's incredible. And they get to where they're going. That's why it's called the road to Emmaus, because they're on the road going to an actual town called Emmaus. And then it says Jesus, it almost implies that he pretends as if he's going to keep going because he wants them to invite him to stay, right? And they do. In fact, it says they beg him to stay. They say, Jesus, it's too, or they don't know it's Jesus. They say, sir, it's too late for you. Come stay with us at our house. So they convince him to come and stay, and he sits down with them at their table in their home, and it says that he took bread, he breaks it, right? It's reminiscent of the Last Supper. And it says that when he blessed it and he gave it to them, he disappears, right? Just disappears right in front of them. And right before he disappears, the text tells us that he enabled them to recognize him, and they knew it was Jesus. And they said to themselves, did not our hearts burn when we walked with him and he shared with us the scriptures? There are Emmaus roads, I believe, that are still in existence today, but not ones that are assigned to a geographic location like the one from the story. That's a real story. It's a real place. But as I was praying for your dad and your family earlier today, I had such a sense that the reason why he lingered for so long, if you've ever had a loved one in hospice, sometimes it's hard, right? You find yourself caught in this place of not wanting them to pass, but needing them to go so they don't suffer anymore, right? You feel conflicted for those emotions. And I felt so distinctly the Holy Spirit said to me that your dad lingered for as long as he did because he was on an Emmaus road. He was walking with Jesus. And all of a sudden I had this picture. I was sitting on a hillside and I was looking down at this road, and I saw the back of your dad walking, and Jesus was walking with him, and Jesus' head was turned a little bit to the right, and was just talking with him, having a conversation, and your dad was just taking it all in. I don't know what your dad's decision was in the end. That's all that he gave me, but I just wanted to share that with you, and I wanted to share that with some of you because Jesus doesn't always need us to reach people. He uses us, he wants us to participate, but he's not limited by us. And I'm convinced that there are times when people are lingering between this world and the next, not just because of biology. I'm not denying that, right? Sometimes the body just doesn't want to let go. But I think sometimes God holds them in that place of in between because Jesus has some work that he wants to do with them. And that the road to Emmaus is still a place where he walks and still a place where people find him in between this life and the next. So we're going to invite Jordan and Amy to come down here at the front. Vanessa's going to come. We're going to invite some other people if you know them. That we're going to pray over them. And then Madeline's going to take us back into worship. And we're just going to minister them a little bit. And then some of us are going to break off. And then if you need prayer, then you come. We're not going to be in a hurry.
You're Yahweh, Yahweh, you're Yahweh, Yahweh, you're Yahweh, Yahweh. Yahweh, no one like you. Yahweh, Yahweh, no one beside you. Yahweh, Yahweh, no one like my God. Yahweh. Yahweh, the great I am. Yahweh, Yahweh, who was and is to come. Yahweh, our good Father. Yahweh, no one like you. My help is the Most High God. My help is the Most High. My help is the Most High. My help is the Most High. My help is the Most High God. My help is the Most High. My help is the Most High. Come on, if you need prayer, come. My help is the Most High. If you need help from your Father, my help is the Most High. Come on and receive it. My help is the Most High. Come on and receive it. My help is the Most High. Yes, my help. My help is the Most High. No one like you. My help is the Most High. Receive the love. My help the Most High. My help is the Most High God. My help is the Most High. My help is the Most High. My help is the Most High. I will look to the hills. I will look to my Father. You're where my help comes from. You're where my help comes from. I will look to the hills. I will look to my Father. You're where my help comes from. You're where my help comes from. Come on, receive it, receive it. I will look to the hills. We're looking. I will look to my Father. You're where my help comes from. You're where my help comes from. Looking at, I will look to the hills. I will look. I will look to my Father. You're where my help comes from. You're where my help comes from. You're my refuge. And you're my refuge and strength. A present help in times of trouble. With you I am safe. My whole world is in your hands. You're my refuge and strength. A present help in times of trouble. With you I am safe. My whole world is in your hands. You're my refuge and strength. Yes, you are. A present help in times of trouble. With you I am safe. My whole world is in your hands. You're my refuge and strength. Come on, receive His love. Present help in times of trouble. With you I am safe. My whole world is in your hands. Come on, we're going to stay right here. Come on, if you need prayer, come forward. Come on, the Lord wants to speak to you. He wants to touch you. If you need physical, emotional, mental healing, come on, come forward. Come on, receive the help of the Father. Because He gives not like man gives. What He gives, He's not going to take it away. Jesus, Jesus. You're where my help comes from. 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 We gotta remind. You're where my help comes from. Remind your heart. You're where my help comes from. You're where my help comes from. You're where my help comes from. 'Cause you are Yahweh. Yahweh, the great I am. Yahweh. Yahweh, no one like you. Yahweh. Yahweh. Yahweh, yes you are. Yahweh, Yahweh, we need you. Yahweh, Yahweh, we long for you. Yahweh, Yahweh, we have to have you. Yahweh, Yahweh, a hunger and a thirst for Yahweh. Yahweh, Yahweh, sweep me away. Yahweh, we hunger. Yahweh, 'cause there's a hunger and a thirst, oh God. I am desperate. Immerse me, and I'm not waiting, not anymore, 'cause I need you, Lord. I need you, Lord. There's a hunger and a thirst, and I am desperate. Immerse me. I'm not waiting, not anymore. I need you, Lord. I need you, Cause we